Coach Wright, we're live. So great to have you here. What a great day.
It is, man.
2016 National Champions. Wow. You got to be excited.
I am, man. This has been a great run afterwards, but it was a great experience. It's not the accomplishment, it was the experience. And we're going to have that for life. And I think it's going to provide lessons for all of us that we can use the rest of our life.
That school was just hyped up, pumped up. I mean, it was just electric up there. You know, I've gone up there last week. Does something like this change everything for you, or does things stay the same?
My goal is for me to stay the same, and I hope I can do that. But I'm learning that everyone else has changed in the way they approach you and the way they deal with you. You know, so we've got a challenge coming up. Our players do too. We've got to remain hungry and humble, and we all wear these bands to remind us, hungry and humble, and keep true to our core values, even though people around us are going to treat us differently.
Chris, perception-wise, like when you watch you coach on the court, you are a very humble guy. Not a big complainer. Not a lot of attention attracted to you. Purposely done. Is that your style?
I hope I'm glad that's your perception. Yeah, it's not, especially during games. It's not about the players. You know, I mean, it's not about me. It's about the players. It's about the program. You know, we always want our guys to play for the name on the front of their jersey and not on the back.
Yeah.
And so if we're asking them to do that, I can't be out there like a showman, you know, and I can't really do my job if I'm doing that either. And the part where I can really have an impact as a coach is all the time we spend in practice and off the court with these guys, the relationship with these guys.
I heard you're a big practice coach. I heard you're a big practice coach.
Man. I love
Talk to me about preparation and talk to me about Nova. Like, how important is preparation? And take me through the Nova play. Like, but you know, at the end of a practice, a lot of kids are like, "Oh man, I'm beat. I want to get out of here." I'm sure you're ready to go, guys. We got to run this thing. There's 5 seconds left. You know, situations.
See, it kills me. You remember the name of that play because we've had the same name for all these years, but our guys after this tournament started saying the name of the play. We ran the same play at the end of the Final 8 game against Pitt when Scotty Reynolds hit the shot to send us to the Final Four in 09. We ran the exact same play, and Scotty Reynolds started explaining the play on the podium in the press conference afterwards. I said, "Yo, that's enough." So we escaped at that time, but Nova got out, and you remembered it.
Yeah, you know,
you remember Syracuse guy, and you remembered it. So I'm gonna have to deal with it.
I've already alerted everybody at Syracuse. Yeah, that's not gonna happen again. But it was still amazing how well that was orchestrated. Is how important is preparation? Or do you feel that you were completely ready for that? Because sometimes kids don't take those situation practices that seriously.
We don't have a lot of sayings around our court, around our program, like these are attitudes really important to us. In our practice facility, it says attitude behind each basket. But the sign that our guys look at before they come into practice, they come in one entrance and our coaches come in another entrance, is we practice to create habits that will make us successful in the most difficult situations. So every day when we walk on the court, we're trying to create situations as a coach that put the players in the most difficult situations so they create good habits for those situations. So when we're in a game and things are going good, that's easy. But what are your habits when things get tough at the end? So our guys know at the end of practice when we're doing that, and that play rarely ever works in practice because our second team knows the play. They know we're doing it, but we say to ourselves, if we can do this against our second team when they know it and they're cheating the play, then when we're going against our opponent, they don't know it's going to be easier. So that's how we prepare all the time. And when it worked in 09, it really helped our guys, and I think this is going to help our guys even have more confidence in it.
What's difficult is you guys are cruising through the tournament, having been in Brooklyn watching you play. I mean, I'm like, wow, I didn't think you guys were that good. You know,
I didn't either.
I mean, it's just really impressive. I mean, how really, and also wasn't that you were that good. It was just the whole methodology of the way you just dissected. I mean, you just blew these teams away the first 3-4 games. The timeout? Nervous? You know, the guy hits North Carolina hits that crazy 3. Maybe you thought you had the game. Now all of a sudden, tell me what it was like in that huddle?
I'll tell you, Brandon. Honestly, it's all about this. It's all about attitude. You know, we practice that. we don't just practice to play. We practice. You're on the first team in practice. You wear the blue jersey, the road jersey. On the scoreboard, you're the visitor. The coaches that are officiating practice are told, be tougher on the first team. Make calls against them. Make it as difficult as you can be, because we're practicing how do they react, what is their attitude on the next play. So when Paige hit that shot,
Yes.
all our guys were just coming to the bench, looking at each other, just saying, attitude. And in our program, that means, that word attitude, especially in a game, means we can't control what happened before. The only thing we can control right now is how do we come out of this huddle? What type of attitude do we come out of this huddle with? So they knew, we practice that all the time. And then the play we were going to run is, we have a play from 0 to 4 seconds, end line out of bounds, and then a play 4 to 7 seconds. We knew we were going to run that play, so we just sat in the huddle, just said, attitude, fellas, we got this. This is what we practice. We use the term in practice, Wildcat minute. We practiced that last minute of the game. We said, Wildcat minute, let's go. We know we're running. And they went out with confidence, no fear of failure. As long as we execute and we do what our teammates expect us to do, if we make or miss the shot, that's not how we judge ourselves. We judge ourselves based on, did we commit to each other, and did we do what each other expected us to do? So everybody did what they were supposed to do. Chris took the shot. He either makes it or misses it. If he would have missed it, we would have been fine, because we did what we were supposed to do for each other.
Was there a moment during the season you said, special, this could be special, this is different, or was it?
No, it was the other way around. You know, when we lost 3 starters and arguably our 3 best scorers and 3 best defensive players from last year's team. Javon Pinkston, Darren Hilliard, who's in the NBA. Dylan Ennis transfers to Oregon as a 5th-year senior. They were 3 starters, 3 of our most athletic guys, are definitely our 3 best defensive players, and 3 of our leading scorers. So we thought we were going to struggle a little bit. We played Oklahoma early in the year. We got hammered.
Killed.
And I was thinking, man, this is worse than I thought. Like, we have a lot more work to do.
That was an impressive win, Coach. I mean, when you think about it.
You mean when we got him in the semifinal?
Yeah.
That was shocking to me. I'm telling
So
you.
you were a little nervous going into that game.
You know what? By that point, we weren't nervous because we had improved a lot. But we were very, I think what you're saying is, we were very cognizant of what Oklahoma could do to us, because they did. And sometimes that fear works for you, and sometimes not. I think it really put our guys with pinpoint precision because of their respect for Oklahoma.
2 questions real quick here. Kyle Lowry. I mean, this guy. I mean, you know. I wanted to go play last night after we watched these performances. You know, that from the night before when he was just going crazy.
Yeah.
Did you think he was going to be that good? Surprised you a little bit?
Yeah. He, not the talent. We had him for 2 years. When he came in and was a freshman, he was a handful. He was from North Philadelphia.
Tough kid.
Toughest part of Philly. Toughest guys to handle usually as a coach. But responded really well for us. Randy Foy was a senior on that team who he could play against in the finals maybe. Randy was a great mentor to him. In 2 years, he grew up a lot, and he was talented. He was really talented. We were more worried about his maturity level. Where I'm most proud of him is, if you see an interview with him after the game, he is such a focused professional. He's married his high school sweetheart. He's got 2 young children. He's a great father. This is no exaggeration. We practice at 7 o'clock in the morning in the summer. He comes in at 5:30, and as our guys are coming onto the court at 6:45, he is on the court finishing his workout, drenched in sweat. What better motivation can you have for a team? I don't have to say a word to those guys. They're watching an NBA All-Star get up at 5:30, bust his butt in the summer. That work ethic, the kind of man he's become, is really impressed me, because he came in really immature. It's a great tribute to his character, his work ethic. I think the people around him in his life.
And growing. Is it mental mindset? Because all these players are so good. Is it the mental mindset and the work ethic that separates the great from the good?
Definitely. It's. I think it's your character, and how you handle everything, your attitude, and your mental toughness. You know, which is it's a part of your attitude. One of the things we learned this year, after you win a championship, you look back and, well, how did we do these certain things? You know, I think I learned as a coach that 18 years that the parents had these kids and developed their character had more of an impact on us winning a championship than the 4 years we had them. Because as you go through these situations as a college player, the pressure, the temptations, the challenges, your character shows. We have great parents because these kids have great character, and they had that coming in. We adjusted some things, but we just had tremendous parents, tremendous character with these kids.
A lot of the coaches, they interview the parents as much as they interview the kids, but you get an idea of what you're going to be getting.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Collecting. New to you? I mean, do you ever think this was going to happen? Here we are. I mean, you're at the the hub, Steiner Sports. You're right here with the Coach Knights, the Coach Krzyzewskis. You're now part of our family with some of the greats.
There's a lot of this. There's a lot to this, Brandon. Like you said, first of all, understanding how big this is, and working with all your staff and seeing all the options there are to this and what people love. And I came into it thinking, who would really want this stuff? But as I walk right here and I see some stuff, I say, I would want. That's pretty cool. It's not my stuff. It's the other stuff. So that's really cool. And then, like you said, to see that, you're doing stuff that Coach Knight did, Coach Krzyzewski and Derek Jeter, and it's very humbling. It's one of those experiences you get from a championship that you didn't count on, but it's pretty cool.
We're having a lot of fun. In your off season, obviously the winning, a lot of attention, but is there something you've been working on the charity end? Is there something you're working on community service-wise that's a little bit above and beyond the norm?
Yeah, we have two charities, my wife and I, that are really dear to our hearts. First is Coaches versus Cancer. We work hard in Philadelphia with the 6 coaches in the city of Philadelphia, and we raise over $1 million a year. We had a great function this year. We honored Coach Rolly Massimino, who's fighting cancer, and we honor what we call fighters, not just survivors, but fighters. And that was really cool.
That's cool.
And then we have what's called the Augustinian Fund, which is the Augustinian fathers who run Villanova. They have a fund where they send missionaries into Africa and into South America and into cities, in inner cities in our country. And we really like putting money into that because their work affects so many people.
It's a spiritual school, Villanova. That was my takeaway, from going to graduation, being there. It's a very spiritual. It's a beautiful school. Do you feel that that's part of the attraction in the overall, what you're able to do with the kids?
I really do.
It's a little different.
I think the people that go to school there might be smart enough to go to a Harvard and a Princeton, but they want to be a part of that community. They want some of that spiritual connection to each other and to a community. And I think that affects our team. We have a team chaplain, Father Rob Hagan, who he talks before every game. He's so good, I got to tell him, like, Father, you can't make us cry before this game. We got to stay focused. You can't be too good today. I don't want guys crying going into this game. But it's a big part of our strength.
Final words, something you want. First of all, it's so great to have you part of our family. I mean, just you're a class act, and we were really excited to see you win because I knew it was something we had to kind of go after because I knew you fit right in. Something you want to say as far as fans or anything, people out there?
Well, just say it has been a pleasure getting to know you better and all of your people, working with them in this Steiner organization. It's exciting. You
didn't see it coming, did you?
No. I just thought I was going to sign some autographs. It's blowing my mind, to be honest. And just it's been fun to be a part of. I love your energy, man. I tell our guys, you got to surround yourself with people that are going to inspire you as much as you can, and you're the kind of guy that inspires people.
I'm looking forward to it. We're going to give away these 2 things on here because there's people that are watching live and then their comments, and we're randomly giving away 2 things. So if you could and then actually see your actual autograph.
You got it, man.
It's kind of fun.
You got it.
So you can zone in on the actual.
This is why you guys do what you do, right?
I like people to see the actual.
Yeah.
This way they know the actual.
Who thinks of that? Showing the autograph live.
Yep.
Only Brandon. I love it.
One more here. We'll sign on this here. We sign on there. Yeah, right there.
Yeah, you got it. You got it.
Another beautiful day at Steiner. We love when we have some, especially when we're celebrating happy moments too. We love celebrating and talking about all the positive things that happen because it is really all about that. It's behind the scenes stuff that Yeah, I'm gonna have to come to one of your practices because I've
You're-
heard
you're-
your practices are
you're welcome.
insane. I heard that you're very hands-on, which a lot of head coaches aren't. So I gotta make sure we get to one of your practices and see what's up.
They're not too long. We're intense. We're intense
Yeah.
and short. Intense.
They're not closed. Are they closed?
Hell
Usually.
yeah.
I could sneak
Hell yeah.
into one.
I'll sneak you in there.
Oh, thank you. Thanks, Coach. Appreciate you.